Okay, guys, we are back at it with these stocks making these new 52-week lows. These stocks are going down to a major discount right now. These stocks are oversold and ready, and we are going to talk about the news and fundamentals, the charts and the technicals, and find the next incoming trend. And I'm Billy Banks. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seeds. Check out XRP. They finna become a stable coin. It's about to go crazy, okay? We will be updating these alerts along in my section. So you want to see the updates on these and know what's going on next and when to buy and when to sell and all that good stuff like that. Make sure you are in the Banking with Billy Discord so you can actually see when we are telling you when to buy and when to sell on time. But do what you got to do though. Let's get right into it though. With OTLK coming in for another bull run ahead for those of 82 cents. They are already starting to get bullish here down from the bottom, pushing up to the highs of about that $2 right now, and they are holding up beautifully strong at the highs of this $2. They do not want to see this thing drop. And here on OTLK, this is very good because OTLK is still in compliance. Well, I mean, I guess they actually just slipped right out of compliance at 82 cents. But still, back over here in compliance now, over this dollar, you're gonna have all the big whales and large scales who be looking to go for this one. Those longer term investors. In OTLK, that's Outlook Therapeutic with an average volume of 139 million, and that is very important to take note of that. They got a current volume of 7.85 million and a free flow on 15.23 million. Not gonna take too much volume to fill up that float. If you don't know about these key stats, okay, there are a lot of different key stats you can be looking towards. My favorite, and everybody has their own favorites. My favorites are the volume versus the float. Okay, for if you brand new to trading, the easiest way to explain this would be that free float is like your cup size. A 15 million free float, that's like a medium. Think that's like a medium McDonald's cup size. You got a volume of the water. It's getting a 7.85 million water coming in, not filling up that 15 million size free float or cup just yet. But when you get over 15 million in volume, finally filling up that 15 million float, that water is gonna overfill that cup and it's gonna flow, and we're gonna watch the OTLK explode, filling up that gap towards that $5.14 before shorts really get scared. And if they really start to cover those things from there, watch this on OTLK. This is like on a discount like no other. These like health and therapeutics though, you already know they're gonna need um a FDA catalyst or FDA approval or something like that. But I mean, what price target still a $9 on this thing? They just cut this price target from not to $9 from $50. But just even the fact that this thing was had a $50 profit target in the beginning, still that's crazy. And they are maintaining a $30 price target on this thing. OTLK stock is getting ready to make a massive move, and all you're looking for is for those large scale $1 million USD orders. Though, and it already has those large scale $1 million USD orders already coming into OTLK, with the largest coming in, the mediums coming in. You got the smalls coming in. They say they're not finna miss out on the OTLK, and you'll be able to see when we put out our next updates and alerts for OTLK all across the board in the Banking with Billy Discord. As Coach Tidwell has already been throwing this out like a few days ago. Hot alerts, very good job there, Coach Tidwell. You even beat me to it. And that's how it goes. Make sure you see those things on time. Let's get right back into it with CRKN. Going down to a massive discount down here to the lows of that 27 cents. They already starting to get a little bit bullish up in here, going to the highs of about that 38 to the highs of that 41 cents. Hot spikes coming into CRKN. For those of you who don't know about the Crown Electric, this stock is known for coming in for those hot spikes and being a risky, wrecked penny stock trade. Didn't always have this sentiment like this, but after somewhere, down across the board, I think it's so many random day traders and whatnot to start coming in on the stock in and out, and the stock just can't hold up. It gets that quick, fast day trade sentiment, but it may come in for a massive squeeze just one day. So make sure you keep an eye on your short interest. If a stock is big in short interest, and we can see deeper into the CRKN over on your Moomoo investing platform. Still got the extra largest, the mediums, and the smalls all going out. Don't got any of the bullish cost distribution just yet, but get this, they got resistance up at $1.29 on CRKN. If this thing can get past those big resistances up there of that $1.20 range and whatnot, well, there's not really many bearish waves holding this thing back. CRKN can come in for the massive move. Coming into the next year, everybody who was actually bullish on this thing, the big whales and whatnot, they'll load this thing up for a huge explosion. You might not want to miss out on this stock that's going to come in for a quick round of short squeeze no matter what, because if you look at your daily short sale volume on your daily short sale analysis, you'll see in the last dailies, the last what's that, about 5, 6, 7 days, the daily short sellers been getting more and more active, especially into the last trading day. And you know how I go. Those shorts are gonna have to cover up those shares. They want to lock in gains, and they don't just lock in those gains by covering by pressing by when they for shorts to lock in their gains, they got to do what's called buy to cover. So when you buy to cover, you add back on buying pressure because it's giving you a buy-in position, a long position. So when they adding on those long positions so fast, along with the rest of us that are already getting bullish and adding in more long positions, that's how a short squeeze happens. Because when it goes up so high, keep in mind that those short sellers, they got their stop losses as well. So they probably didn't even mean to lock in gains there. They probably just set they 7 to 15% stop loss. That stock, how you can see CRKN goes up from 27 cents up to about 29 cents, hitting a 7 to 15% stop loss, making them become automatic buyers, adding back onto that buying pressure. And when you got so many of them, all stop losses getting hit at the same exact time or whatnot, well, they all squeeze to get their coverage, they orders fill at the same time. It's initiating a short squeeze. That's how those things happen. And you might not always get enough short sellers and whatnot to cover those shares at enough times to make that thing really explode back up to the new highs and the best stocks and whatnot on the market. Sometimes it just be some gradual short covering because you have shorts and across the board on the stock. Like for the people, a picture of the people who shorted this thing down from this thing was never at the highs of 890,000 billion dollars or whatever. It is so many reverse splits, it just looks like that. But picture that they shorted this thing down all the way from there. They would never ever even at all ever have to think about covering their shares. It doesn't matter what the stock is doing. It doesn't matter how high the stock goes. It's never gonna go hit their position so they don't set a stop loss. Same thing if you're up so high in the stock and you're talking about going in for the long term, betting it goes long and whatnot. You ain't really got to set a stop loss nowhere after it gets so high, which is why we don't see all the shorts cover those shares. But you're going to get quick rounds of them that always cover shares, especially in a stock like CRKN, because it does this very often. So you're going to get a quick spike coming into the next week. And then you can just lock those gains in. It's probably going to be like a 30, 40% spike. Lock that in before they go for the next one. It's going to be an extended hours move, like it usually is. Um, CRKN. Let's go see if there's anything for CRKN. And I don't be short selling. I'll go for puts, if that counts, I guess. But Coach Tail already throwing out CRKN. Coach Tail on the roll on this one. He throwing out everything already. He got ONCO on there too. ONCO picking up. And another thing, when you start seeing multiple coaches throwing out the same exact thing in multiple different sections and whatnot, it's probably the thing you want to be going for. You know what I mean? You could, do what you want to do or however it make you feel most comfortable. But I mean, you got multiple full-time investors and traders all saying this is the one to do. It's probably the best thing to be doing. Next, you got SAVA going down to the big discount. They got a gap to fill up towards that $24 down from this $3.80. They already starting to buy this back up. Be careful who a bit in SAVA because this is one of those SAVA sciences, tech stocks and medical stocks and stuff like that, biotech and medical stocks, stuff like that, they really heavily dependent on the FDA approval. And they probably saw all the way off from getting the FDA disapproval, most likely. So since they got that, you might want to be checking out to see if you can see their pipelines. You can't see the pipelines on all of their websites, but the ones that you can, I guess you can see their clinical trials here, but that's not enough. That's not enough. You want to see what the pipelines look like, man. You want to see what's moving on into the next phase. And they don't be putting their pipelines on these websites for a reason because they don't want nobody be looking in that deeper to turn them from thinking they should hold in that stock because of from when they get those FDA disapprovals. You want to look into their pipeline so you can find what their next upcoming FDA approval is or whatever. But oh yeah, okay. So talking about therapeutic stocks, check this out. If y'all be really liking those therapeutic stocks so much, you can always take full advantage of utilizing your FDA Catalyst calendar. On your FDA Catalyst calendar, it'll tell you what the next FDA Catalyst is on the calendar. Okay, you got your SVRA, your MLRB, Jenks, talking about NRAC. A couple of those you guys can even recognize, RAP and whatnot. You see a couple of these blue up there. And those things are coming up with a next upcoming FDA approval. And you can see what phase they going into. Talking about phase threes, phase ones, phase 2Bs and whatnot. Phase 1.5. Pick whichever one you feel is your favorite or whatever's going on, and make sure that you're checking out that stock. Make sure it's that right price for you, so on and so forth. And then you finna go back to the Weeble and whatnot to see if that thing is at its most lows and oversolds. Anyways, you got SAVA at its lows and oversolds, getting ready to make another bull run ahead. Take full advantage of your FDA catalyst calendar. You don't need them all. You don't even need all the ones that are a lot because you only want to know what's coming up next, and they'll give you your exact date on when that is that are for the next ones upcoming. I'm showing you literally every single stock right here that's oversold and about to have a bull run. All in line, and all these are starting to get bullish already. If you haven't noticed, they all green on the side already. These are next, and I'm showing you all the next stocks that have FDA approvals coming in. And when I come back making an update video on all of these, and then we get the oh man, I wish I would have missed those and whatnot, bro. You played yourself because you were not in the Banking with Billy Discord scene when we were telling you guys when to buy and sell those things on time. You didn't believe in Banking with Billy enough to think that this wasn't a scam, and I'm just putting you on game to how to really get yourself right in life. Let's continue on with CETX, the Semtrex, down here to a major discount. We do see this one coming for bull runs. It never holds up, but you know it'll make a move here down to about this time. We might be seeing a much bigger moves than ever before, and this is going to be a clean reversal. Let's slow down a bit and remind you that you do not want to get in those stocks when they are overbought and dangerous. Every stock here I'm showing you right now is not overbought and dangerous. Every stock I'm showing you right now is oversold and safe. Every stock I'm showing you right now is the next one to come in for that bull run. You got perfect chance. These are the safe, easy early seasons where you can trade with no fear, no pressure, no anxiety. And if you really scared, you can meet me up in the 24/7 live Banking with Billy Master Classroom where I'm doing this all day, every single day with the rest of the people that actually
Let's
take
go.
trading seriously and to want to become a full-time trader. I'm here doing it with you. Literally come to class. You come to class. You got the assignments. Find the next stock to explode. I do the homework for y'all because I find that stock to explode. You got the task. Pass that quiz. Make that win in that stock. I take your quiz for you because I show you and hold your hand in class on how to win that stock day by day by day, whether it's a swing trade or option trade. You say you need to graduate from trading school. I get you through day one all the way till you graduate and ready to take it on your own in class. You're not learning because you're not coming to class. Make it make sense. I tell you now, you're not gonna learn and master everything and digest everything by just watching a video here, by watching a video there. And now that you finally see in this video, come to find out every other video anybody you ever seen on YouTube that made and told you it was real, turned out that they was lying to you. You know, like make it make sense. You get it at the bottom when it's oversold. Ain't no in between. I'm not telling you just to pump up a stock. I'm not in not a single one of these stocks yet. But I will be in some of them. I'm not going for all these yards. You know, I can't catch every single one of these. You know, but CETX, the Sam Trex. Okay, so this one down here with a free float of that 730,000. I like a low float stock. Low stat stocks be my favorite. They got an average volume of 211,000 with a current value now. Get this, 300,000. You want to see your volume start to outdo your average volume. That's a positive sign right there, and you can already see how positive that is because this stock is starting to positively get bullish. Okay, you got that oversold and making bullish divergence, no less. Okay, now next thing we're gonna see is that volume meet up with that free float, and like we just previously explained, once your water fills up that cup, well, this stock is gonna overflow, and this thing is going to explode. If they come out with a hot piece of news at that time, they don't gotta say much. I don't know. They say, I don't know. Give us a reminder. We some treks and we working on this. I don't know. We some treks and don't forget that that we got this upcoming. You know, we still doing the good work. That'd be news enough to make a stock soar completely. But you know, however they whatever they got going on. Let's go see who alerted this one. I already know somebody already done beat me to this one. Let me see. Coaches in here beat me to everything these days. CETX. Okay, look at this. CETX already coming out with some early alerts for the Coach Tidwell. So it's always Tidwell. You can follow along in Coach Tidwell's section down towards the middle of the swing trade sections. He be throwing out, as you can see, the same things I be going for and stuff like that. We're all doing the same exact thing. Like it's and then I need you, not just us in the Bank with Bleed Discord, no, the entire world. You just don't know it yet because you still newer to trading or you're not taking your studies serious enough to recognize. Okay, and remember, remember, I done said it every single day. I done said it every single day, dozens of times for years now. To you guys, if that stock is overbought and dead, that RSI is at the top. You have no business buying into an overbought stock. But wait till that thing get down to sold. Wait till it gets safe. You're gonna sit back with the patience. Yeah, man, you might have to wait a day or two. Ain't nothing wrong with it, you know. Yeah, those day traders over there exploding that and whatnot. But you know, just let your thing do what it do because you're gonna be all fine. And if you ever get tired of waiting, then go ahead and lock in your 5% gain real quick. So, you know, lock in your 7% gain real quick and just move on to the next thing. That next one is getting alerted. You can lock in your gains off of every single one of these as they explode one by one and move right on to the next one. I kid you not. You gonna know everything that's about to happen next. I'll dive deeper. I'll dive even deeper just to remind you on what's really finna be happening in the markets. We do have the S&P 500s getting ready to go up to 7,000. Just to give you, you know, like I say, the more uncertainties you can take away, the more certain you can be. And I'm certain, and you can be too. Now I've been trading these 52-week lows, no results, and nothing else for years straight. Just this. Doing this. You in safe hands. All that stuff like that. ONCO at the bottom. Already seen Coach Tidwell had alert of ONCO. So I can't even say I put it out in my section first and got to it because of it's like Coach Tidwell just alerting out everything. But nonetheless, you see it in there on time when Coach Tidwell was saying it was 71 cents or lower. And right now and back then it exploded. It did explode up to like $1. That was a decent move up there. And you notice how they sold that off like that? Check this out on the 15-minute chart. Because the people who bought that up probably risky the day traders throughout that day who said, you know, this is as far as I want it to go. I'm just liking my gains now, you know, because some people do decide that they just want to be a day trader and stuff like that on some stocks. And they see Onco as a wrecked stock. Maybe they nervous if like it won't go on further, so they just got that quick round. But them doing that quick round and these quick bursts are like the first taste and the first rounds of what's to come. Because of those people who just did that and locked in gains, I promise you, they about to do it again because they were some of the only ones that actually noticed and recognized the stock. It got an average value of 722,000. You telling me everybody noticed this stock and only got 700,000 in value? Bro, we are the only ones who notice this right now. Literally. We got a value of 941,000 and it got a free float on 3.50 million down there, you know. It's gonna take a little bit of pressure. And you know, that's a decent cup size. You know, we like a small cup size. We would love if that cup size down there was a million because it's almost filling up that cup already. But look what's happening when that volume of 900,000 starts to already fill up its average volume of 700,000. Well, it's already coming in for those spikes from 60 cents up to $1. And that's just the first round. It ain't nowhere near filling up that cup. You know? Onco. Next, you got BLRX. This one was a little bit more of one of the questionable ones as I was picking these out. And you guys are wondering, like, man, where does he get these stocks from? You know, anybody can really do it. Honestly, you go look at this list of about 40, 50 stocks. You're just gonna pick out what the best 5 is that I just did, and there's a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. And you know, most people don't even feel comfortable enough to pick out stocks for themselves. I'm confident enough to pick out a full list of them out of all the whole 40, 50 stocks up there. The next one's coming for an explosion, and confident enough not only for myself, but to confidently stand on stage in front of millions of people and say these are next to the world. This is not a joke. You know what I mean? Like this is, you know, if y'all really trying to really get down with real traders, you know, we here for y'all. But yeah, BLRX. The BLXR. This one here finna go to an uptrend about that 60, 70 cents. It's really gonna get dangerous up there. No, not ain't nobody trying to really mess with this one like that, just period. Like I'll show you on the weekly chart. You know, this thing is wrecked. But one thing about this is when it gets up towards about that 50-cent range, it's gonna have big strong. It can have a strong wave of short selling up there, which could push it back up to about that $1.50 range, or it'll face big battle up there. You know, notice the ranges and notice the points where they hit resistance and support and so on and so forth, and then you'll be able to better gauge out your price targets and or your strike prices. And, you know, it's easy. But um, long-term investors, I would I don't be recommending nothing for that long term, man. You know, I'm just a swing trader, bringing you guys a safe, easy early seats. So just keep that in mind when you follow what I got going on and stuff because of like a lot of people probably right now are thinking like, man, ACHR and stuff like that. He must maybe this is the only play we're going for. No, we go for a lot of other things. What we do is we got a cycle. We got a full cycle of going from our. We probably got like 3, 4 to safe swing trades. But like I said, I'm not getting all of these, putting all these out so everybody in Discord had the opportunity to win off of every single one of them if they want to. I'll probably only get like 3 of them, maybe even 4. Like I said, you can lock in gains off of each one of them as one of them explodes, and then you just catch the next one before it's too late, and do what you can. Or you can just wait for me to put out my update on which one I'm grabbing at exact time and when I'm selling and whatnot. And then if you're feeling fancy in between, because like I say, these are the 52-week lows. Like you just see my last videos that they start out at the 52-week lows, turn into the most actives, then become the top gainers, and they will run for months nonstop. And you can move like that if you would like to, but I don't really move like that. You know what I mean? I'm training thousands of people. No new traders, and can't have a new trader come in telling a new trader to buy in this stock that we holding up in here at $20 when we all done got down there at $3, and they tell y'all to do that stuff. Like literally, like on those videos and whatnot, y'all going to watch, y'all joining on those things, and then you're like, yeah, what we going for? What's this and that? And then they say, well, yeah, we're all going for some KPRs, man. Get in there, and then you get in there wondering why it's selling off because of everybody else got in there at the bottom. You know, you get in for the safe, easy, early seat, so you can be the first one in. That way, you can be the first one out. You want to be the first one out. If you are not the first one out, that means people got out before you. That means people are selling off on you. Where we at with it though? Oh yeah, I don't know if we doing Kato. I forgot. I lost my place. We had Kato. This one right here got $3. Okay, they got gaps to fill up to like $4. What's that, like $5? Always like $6. And this one here is pretty good because it's still like well over compliance. It's like $3 right now. Nowhere near that $1 that those low penny stocks. Also, another thing, a penny stock is a stock. A penny stock is considered a stock under $5 or lower. So, um, keep that in mind too when maybe you have a conversation with somebody and $5 or lower considered a penny stock. And like I say, big gaps to fill on CATO. Might not want to miss this when you already got the large scale $1 million USD orders coming in, which is the most bullish sign you even need. We got the largest, mediums, and smalls that are all just rushing into a stock at the same time. It's probably the best thing to be going for. Let's go see this one. Let's go. I bet I beat Coach Tidwell to this one. Let me see. Kato. Kato. Yup, I done beat him to this one, guys. Okay, and you'll be able to see all the alerts going out. Like I said, I got a whole list here. I just put this list out. I'm making this list for you right now because it's still Sunday, so coming into next week. And keep in mind, I know a lot of people gonna be, oh man, because when the markets turn back bearish, all these stocks they pulled back some. They were all wrong. No, you got the markets that are going to be having rounds of bullishness and rounds of bearishness. So you follow along with the flow on what your next round is on your specific chart trading time frame. And right now, if we're looking on our 15-minute trading chart, the markets are overbought and they're going to be selling off. So before you jump in there and things pull back and you get I believe his alerts are bad, you know what he's doing. The entire markets are overbought. Literally, if I show you on a 4-hour chart, if I show you on a daily chart, if I show you on a weekly chart, if I show you on a monthly chart, if I show you on a quarterly, the entire markets are overbought. So before you get in here and get to talking about why these things get to pulling off and selling back, the entire markets are overbought and finna sell off. I don't say this stuff for nothing, man. New traders, man. New traders will blow you sometimes. Then you got CLCTX. CLCTX going down to a massive discount. Going from 50 cents. They already pushing up to about 61 cents here. This is a very good position in CLCTX as only long terms are going to be going for this one. Day traders not even going to get the chance to mess with this one. Holding up over here with an average volume of 1.20 million. They got a current volume of 1.34 million right now on LCTX with a big range to fill up towards that dollar. When they get back to that dollar, they'll be back overbought. They're still down here oversold. You rinse and you repeat. You do not get in when it's overbought. You want to get in when it's oversold. And it's oversold right now with a free float about that 227 million. LCTX is the next one to be going for. And don't miss out on this. Like I said, you're gonna see the updates and whatnot. And no matter what, make sure you still got your 7 to 15% stop loss. I know some of y'all want to get in these trades, didn't follow along and alerts in the Discord. We already done locked in our gains for about 800%. And you wondering why you down 200% because you did not follow the rules of proper market mannerism and set your 7 to 15% stop loss. What be wrong with y'all? Next and last on our list, you got AKTX down to a massive discount of 90 cents. They already starting to buy this one back up, pushing this up to the highs of like $1.28. This is very good on AKTX. So they got this one got a low volume. You know what I mean? I like a low stat stock, average volume of 32,000. They got a current volume of 58,000. This one right here is only going to even get seen by proper market traders who understand a proper market mannerisms, who know to look into stocks at the lows and oversolds to see a stock like this on time. Only big whales and institutions even finna buy this thing up. AKTX Therapeutics, they'll believe in this one for a quick spike up towards those $2 before it gets real risky. It becomes a revolt. And these few stocks here are the next in line. Again, there's a lot of other ones that you could be looking into. But like I said, it's like 50 of them down there, so you pick out your favorite and let me know, and then we can compare those or whatever you feel is comfortable with. I pick out what the best ones are that already got large scales and $1 million scores coming in and stuff like that. So my favorite ones on this list currently right now, probably OTLK, CETX, and CATO. But like I said, I will learn out which ones I'm specifically getting in on time. And then again, you don't know how to go along with whatnot and so on and so forth, then just don't do it until I specifically tell you that I'm buying in there at that exact time. But I'm Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in there, and happy trading.